Heyo, I'm Anne, and I promised this video like a few weeks ago, depending on when this video comes out. Yes, today I am going to be talking about my silly little blorbos, my silly little guys, my OCs, my Poison Palms characters. This video is unscripted, if you couldn't tell. I'm just going to be reading off the characters' sort of like bios from the Discord server. Join the Discord server, by the way. Please. My wife might come back to me if you do. Please. Okay, we're going to be talking about August Dawn first. She was originally a self-insert character. At first, she was a TV head, then she turned into a My Little Pony self-insert character. Then she turned into this equine horse person. In, like, the first act, she's a teenager, and she's cold and moody and apathetic. But in the second half, she's nice to her friends. She isn't nice to Oliver, like, at all. Like, oh, not at all. But the reason why she's so mean and a self-insert character is because in Yandere X Reader stories, and just fiction in general, if, like, a character isn't doing something that I would do, I get kind of upset, I guess. Especially if, like, there's a bully or something, and the character just sits there and do nothing, and I would just be like, square up! Like, I'm gonna throw a desk over your head. I do imagine that if I was being bullied, it wouldn't go on for very long, I'll tell you that much. Maybe that says something about me, but you know what? I don't have time to unpack that. So, moving on. August Dawn is a 14-year-old girl at the beginning of the story, and she moves in from her old town, seaside town, into Knoxville, and goes to Cherry Grove Academy. Her birthday is November 24th. She's 5'3", and very apathetic, and tends to be standoffish to people, especially if she doesn't know them well. She was in a band with Damien called Blood on the Throne. She can draw, but if you ask her to draw anything, she'll do it bad on purpose just to get you to leave her alone. She'd borrow clothes from Damien, her ex-boyfriend, which is why they're so big and emo on her. Is a criminally dry texter if you haven't known her for a while. You can tell if she likes you if she'll go out of her way to talk to you. She has a pet chicken named Lorraine. She is what you would get if you mashed Bee and May from Night in the Woods together. That is all I added in the bio thing. So I guess on to Oliver. Okay, so Oliver was based off Senpai from Friday Night Funkin', and maybe a little bit of Tamaki Suo from Ouran High School House Club. But yeah, Oliver was originally a guy with like 6 retractable arms. But I decided that this was too hard to draw, and so I just made him a pony man. Prince Oliver Charming is the Prince of Bright Kingdom. He was 5 when he got his alicorn wings from his mother, and is 15 when the story begins. He is 5'10", and his birthday is May 30th. Because he lost his mother at such a young age, he learned to keep the people he loves very close, and has separation anxiety because of it. He's a ladies' man at the start of the story, but he tries to be a good person, even if he gets too close to people on accident. He's kind of like Pearl from Steven Universe, and is a little rude to people he doesn't see as equal to him. He has a good relationship with his brother Luca, despite the fact that Luca has to sort of be a royal advisor / teacher for him, but he loves Luca very much. He gets along better with women than with men. It doesn't matter if he's flirting with them or not, he just tends to like women's companies opposed to men. He has an eating disorder and tends to fast 3 to 4 times a week. He likes to write. He likes to write poems and stories and fan fiction. He really doesn't like thunderstorms because it reminds him of his mother. Anything from his mother he has kept. For example, he turned an old baby blanket she knitted into a little pillowcase. Now we get to Noah! We get to sweet boy Noah! Noah is just if you took my type of men, that is, you know, soft, shy, timid, sweet, autistic, chubby. Like if you took that type of men that I like, and just rolled them all together, you would get Noah. Anyway, Noah Vales is a 14-year-old boy who is very shy and sweet. He doesn't have a lot of friends because he gets picked on, but he really likes bugs and video games and is in the drama club. His birthday is July 14th and he's 5'5". You know when drama kids are like, "Aw man, I got casted as the tree." Noah loves those roles. He loves the roles where he is still in the play but doesn't have to talk or do much. He likes growing flowers in his windowsill. And Damien's response to that would probably be, "I like growing mushrooms in my shower." He really, really likes gummy sharks. They're his favorite candy. He absolutely listens to Cave Town, don't you lie to me. He is an absolute doormat and is horrible at confrontation, but if someone is messing with his friends, he will square the F up. He's trying to learn coding and programming to make a video game one day. He really hates gifts that involve dead bugs, like those resin beetle necklaces. Once his uncle made the mistake of getting him one of those as a souvenir, and Noah spent the rest of the day mourning the beetle necklace. He's also got a huge crush on August. Alright, now we're getting to Damien. Yeah! Emo boy! Damien was based on both Marshall Lee from Adventure Time and Tom from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Anyway, Damien Talons is the prince of the baddies. That is what the bat ponies are called in Poison Poems. He is 15 when the story starts. He's 6 foot, and his birthday is March 10th. He is very mischievous, but he is not heartless. He is also a criminal, and is August's ex-boyfriend. He was in a band with August called Blood on Our Throne. Also, you'd think he'd be, on bad terms with Noah, but no, he's super chill with Noah and actually considers him one of his friends. Speaking of, he will absolutely give dating advice to Noah and tell him what stuff to get for August and, stuff that she likes, like snacks and stuff. He's cool like that. And he also likes making Oliver really mad. Damien will do anything to rustle Oliver's jimmies. If it gets Oliver mad, good job, man, pat on the back. I forgot to mention this somehow, but Oliver, hates Noah and Damien. Hates them. And they feel the same way, dog. Damien also dislikes royal equines at the Bright Kingdom because of how they treat baddies, especially with not giving them any jobs or any form of income to survive. That's a lore thing, ha ha. He has a bad relationship with his sister Dane after she, sucked a lot of toes to get to the top of the Bright Kingdom. I don't know why I said that toe part, please ignore that. He has a few scaly buddies and at least one scorchling buddy. He misses Anne, but he understands why she left. She can't do long-distance relationships. This is where we get to my more undercooked characters. But this is when we get to, the characters that I haven't thought much of, or at least as much as I probably should, given the fact that they're main characters. Anyway, Tia! We love Mean Girl Tia! Yes, Slay Queen! Tia was based off Brooke Hayes from LPS Popular. Tiana Hermione is a Richie Mean Girl. Think Regina George from Mean Girls or Brooke Hayes from LPS Popular. She's a bully and a mean girl, but she's nice once she gets to know you. She has a big ol' crush on Oliver and is best friends with Midnight. Her birthday is April 29th, and she is 5'6". She's been besties with Midnight since middle school. She used to bully her, but they somehow became friends. Because of Midnight, she now has a soft spot for depressed people and depressing people. She rewatches Mean Girls with Midnight once a year. She definitely still has her old Barbies laying around somewhere. She loves to sing, and she likes doing karaoke with people. She worked at a Starbucks, or at least the Poison Poems version of a Starbucks, for a year and a half, and would write down recipes to steal. She also has an eating disorder, and hates most greasy things because of it. But she also just hates the feeling of grease, which, real. goth horse, goth horse, goth horse, goth horse. Now we get to midnight! Yay! Goth horse! Midnight Ashes is a goth girl who is very interested in spells and magic, especially dark magic. She likes studying about spells and trying to use spells in her day-to-day life. She is besties with Tia, and she's good friends with August. You'd think she's not mean like Tia, but no, she's also pretty rude and mean to people too. Her birthday is December 22nd, and she is 5'9". She really likes grape juice, and she does not like Oliver at all. She says it's because he's a pervert who preys on lovesick women, but it's just because Tia wants to spend more time with Oliver than her. She asked Tia for fashion advice since Tia is the one who helped her get into gothic fashion. If she's at someone's house and she doesn't like them, she'll steal something from them that she doesn't think we'll notice, like a pair of socks or an old eyeshadow palette. She likes watching Twilight with Tia once a year. She likes to watch it because she thinks it's funny. She's the type of friend to remind you to drink water or stretch if she likes you. She owns several records, but does not own a record player. She owns a black spotted gecko named Shadow the Hedgehog. Real. She had a FNAF phase, or at least up until the 4th game where she just gave up on it. Now we've gotten to Blossom, who, from what I can tell, is the second fan favorite. I think she was based off Selmers from Night in the Woods. Like Selmers from Night in the Woods, and like all of the Doki Doki Literature Club characters. But anyway, Blossom Page is a timid 14-year-old girl from Seaside Town and is August's and Damien's friend. She really likes poetry and writing in general, and she's working on a story for a novel. Her birthday is October 5th, and she is 5'4". She is very much like Fluttershy, but changed liking animals to liking books. She got bullied because of her skin or coat condition and got called Milkmaid all of middle school. She definitely kept all of her childhood plushies and toys because she would feel terrible if she gave them away. She has a lot of stuff from her grandmother. Not like newly bought gifts, but like stuff her grandmother had when she was Blossom's age. She is very close with the people on her mother's side of her family. She likes doodling flowers on anything and everything. She has a Maine Coon kitty named Stocking and a Munchkin kitty named Sock. On to Baby B Senpai. We get to B Senpai, who, from what I can tell, is the fan favorite. Because look at her. We love B Senpai in this household. B Senpai was originally a Minecraft OC, but then I turned her into a pony. Beelzebub B Senpai is the princess of her beehive, with her mother, the Wasp Queen, Beatrice. But she ran away after finding out Beatrice killed her actual mother and kidnapped her and put her bee pony people into slavery. Today's subject, slavery. She's really, really old because royal bees and wasps age very slowly. She doesn't know what birthdays are also because her mother never bothered to celebrate her birthday. Bee Senpai is very silly, like Kawaii-chan levels of silly. She has a really time telling when people are being malicious because the only people she really knew in her life was her mother and her mother's staff and her personal butler, Butters, who she treated as her best friend because she had no one else. She doesn't know how to read, even in her own language, because her mother never bothered to teach her how to read. When she ran away from her hive, she thought she needed a name change, and she saw a bunch of middle schoolers anime role-playing and being like, B Senpai, that's a perfect name! She would often roll around in other people's flower gardens before August found her. Her favorite drink is bee juice, which is just honey mixed with water. If she had a voice, I feel like it would probably be BMO from Adventure Time or Candy from Gravity Falls, which are the same VA, haha. Okay, we've finally we got all the characters down, or at least all the main characters down. Maybe in another video I can go on side characters or AUs, because, Lord, I have a lot of Poison Poems AUs. But now, we are going to be going over the Poison Poems story beats. This isn't exactly, like, the whole story, just the major things that happens. So if you do not want spoilers for that, go, shoo, get out of here. Do it before I change my mind. But for real though, thank you for watching the video. Maybe consider joining the Discord server to learn more about the story, maybe. August goes into Cherry Grove Heights. She moves into new town and stuff, and it's real. She doesn't like it at all. She wants to go back to her old town, but whatever. Oliver falls in love with August. Awooga humana humana humana. And he's like really annoying to her, and is like, "Hey baby, wanna get with me?" in like the middle of class and passing her notes and stuff, and she's like, "You, go away. Bad." She somehow meets Tia in Midnight. Tia's like, "Hey, why you hitting on my man?" And she's like, "I'm not. Do you want him?" And she's like, "Okay, I guess you're chill like that." And Midnight by proxy is like, "Tia's cool with you, so I guess I am too." But yeah, Oliver's super annoying to Anne and is like, "Hey baby, please let me be your boyfriend. Please. And eventually he's like, "Hey, sweetheart, you wanna go to the Grand Galloping Gala or whatever I'm gonna name this in the Poison Poems." Can you tell that this is was originally a My Little Pony AU? I don't think I mentioned that. Oops. But yeah, Anne like super rejects him. Like they're in the garden of the castle, like the royal gardens or whatever, and she's like, "I don't like you. Please stop bothering me. I'm not gonna date you, and I'm not gonna change my mind, so you just go away." And Oliver doesn't like this. He goes crazy and is obsessive and stuff. Like, he's even more annoying and trying to be even more persistent, and is like, I'd be a good boyfriend though. I'd be a good boy. Please date me, please." And he's like stalking her and stuff, and taking pictures of her, and writing poems about her, and fan fiction and stuff. He goes like crazy. He goes so crazy that he's following her like everywhere, like 24/7. And so, to avoid Oliver one day, August goes into the theater room and finds Noah. He's hiding in the theater room. But Noah and August, they hit it off. They're like, "You know what? This person is so cool, super nice." August actually helped Noah not get bullied anymore. She heard that he was getting bullied by Tia, and she was like, "Tia, stop that. That's cringe." And Tia was like, "Okay." And one day, Noah has enough of Oliver's shenanigans and is like, "Hey man, you're being so super duper creepy. Stop that." And you know what Oliver does? One day when Noah and August are supposed to be walking home together, Noah is in the school for a little bit too long, and so August, checks around to see what's going on, and if he's like, it's getting held up or something. She goes down into the basement and finds that Oliver has murdered Noah, and Anne doesn't like this, shockingly. And Oliver is like, "It's not what it looks like. He was the one who attacked me and stuff." But August, she's not having it. She runs away, and Oliver is like chasing her and stuff. And finally she gets home, and like Oliver is like buddy with August's older brother, and so is like, "Hey, could you let me inside of her house? Because, I want to talk, we had a miscommunication, we had a misinput, and, I just want to talk to her for a second." And he's like, "Oh, sure, go ahead, go inside." And so August recognizes that her brother isn't gonna do jack all, so she packs up and runs away from home. So Oliver sees that she is nowhere to be found and has like a search party for her, and is like asking literally everyone she has ever looked at, like, hey, have you seen my girlfriend? Can you please help me find my girlfriend, please? Meanwhile, August is telling like her family and her close friends, hey, this Oliver guy is heckin' not good. Don't trust him. And so August's family and close friends cut Oliver off and are like, hey man, we're not gonna tell you where August is, and we're not gonna help you find her anymore. Meanwhile, Anne is taking over her father's business. Her father was working on a business and sort of like left his family to work on the business, and now she's taking it over. And she meets B-senpai there. Meanwhile, in a desperate attempt to, like, if Oliver ever sees Anne again, to, like, make her love him, he goes over to this hut in the middle of the woods and asks this lady, hey, can you please give me a love potion, please? What he doesn't know is that the lady is Midnight, and Midnight doesn't like Oliver. So she's like, alright, I'll give you a loaf potion. A loaf potion. Yeah. What she actually gives him is an ancient curse that makes him all goopy and stuff. And it's like, ah! So yeah, Oliver is all goopy and stuff. Haha, loser. And, the people around him don't recognize him and are like, freak, monster, take him over to the company that August owns, because she owns like a monster hunting, it's like company. And then they finally meet again, and Anne freaks out, and is like, what the heck are you doing here? What the heck happened to you? And he's just like, hey babe, you miss me? Can we love each other now? At some point, Oliver gets sort of cured. He has to take these pills that the Celestia of Poison Poems gives him. And he has to keep his, like, emotions in check, because if he gets too emotional, he'll get all goopy again. But after he's cured, quote unquote, he's like, hey August, you want to get married? And the sole reason August says yes is because she wants that dosh. She wants that royalty money. So yeah, the wedding happens. Cue August abusing and cheating on Oliver, because she's like, you stalked me and harassed me for years and years, so this is what you get. I don't know what you were expecting, but it's like, I don't like you. I don't like you, and the only reason I'm with you is because I want your money. August then starts using his money to help Damien, he's cheating off Oliver with. She's smooching on Damien while she's married to Oliver. That's what's happening. She starts using the money to help the baddies and Damien and stuff, and help them, like, grow food and get better housing and stuff like that. Damien then puts the idea into August's head and is like, hey, why don't you just murder Oliver and get all of his cash, that dosh? And Anne is like, whoa, that's a great idea. And so she does, and she gets caught, like, almost immediately, like not even 24 hours later. Then, because she was caught red-handed, she gets electric chaired. The end. So thank you for watching. Like I said, if you want to see my silly little guys, go to the Discord server. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Also subscribe and like and stuff, and I love you, bye!